a couple of nuts.
Hey, it's Chelsea, and I'm going to be showing you how I'm decorating my Flower Girl baskets for the wedding.
Things you will need: a basket, a hot glue gun, ribbon, and other assorted decorations.
Okay, the first thing you're going to want to do is make sure your hot glue gun is heated and ready, and that you have extra hot glue sticks in case you need them. So I've already done that. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to take your ribbon. Now I've chosen an ivory color ribbon because my dress is ivory. And you're going to start at the handle of the basket. Once you've successfully glued the end of the ribbon near the handle of the basket, you can continue around and glue once in the back, at the other end of the handle, the front or other end, and then it will meet back up here. So the next step is lace, of course. Gotta have some lace. I actually got all of these items at Hobby Lobby, and so I've cut it the correct length to go around the basket, and we're going to do it pretty much exactly the same way. You may want to use a little bit less glue since this is a little thinner, and you aren't going to glue down the pretty lace part. You're going to glue down this this trim up at the top. Okay, and do remember to start at the same place where you have your seam from your other ribbon. Okay, so I've just finished covering the basket in the lace all the way around. Same 4 places is where I glued, and the little ends are going to meet up in the same place that the ribbon ends met up. So next, this part is, I think, more optional. I think that the Flower Girl baskets are a really great place to include color in your wedding, to throw in some color. So my wedding colors are maroon and white, like the Aggies. See, Aggie ring. So I've chosen some maroon ribbon. Okay, so I went ahead and cut my maroon ribbon the right length to go all the way around the basket again. And I'm going to place it, again, start where your seam is. Keep that seam in the same place. I'm going to start it in the middle, and I'm going to go all the way around and keep it right here in the middle. And I'm going to go all the way around the basket with that. Okay, I just finished with the maroon ribbon, and I actually decided to go a little further down, but not all the way down to the bottom of the ribbon. I just placed the maroon ribbon right at the seam from where the lace began. And I think that looks nice. Something to keep in mind is the smaller the ribbon size, the smaller amount of hot glue you're going to want to use, because otherwise it'll squirt out on either side of the ribbon, and that doesn't look very cute. I do have a little bit of that going on, but not too much. So now we have this lovely seam right here that we're going to want to cover up. These are a few little flowers that I thought were really pretty. This one has little pearls in the center, and I do plan on wearing pearls at the wedding, and it is also ivory to match our ivory ribbon and our ivory lace. And these are some little maroon flowers. They're actually the only maroon flowers I could find. And these were actually half off, so it says 99 cents on them, but they're 50 cents a piece. So I'm going to show you how we're going to put these on our basket to cover the seam. Okay, so our white flower does have a wire on the back. I don't need this wire for anything. So I was going to cut it off, but then I realized, oh, that's what's keeping all the petals together. Glad I realized that before I cut it. So what I decided to do was to fold it up in the back. That way it's out of my way and the petals will still stay together. So then, I mean, just like anything else I've done so far, just place the flower however you like it, and you're going to hot glue it on there. Okay, I finished gluing down my white flower, and now I am going to add my little maroon flowers. Okay, so I've tried to spread out each little flower, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off each one at the base, and obviously not too close to the base because they are the way these little petals are staying on is because they are threaded through the wire. So I'm going to cut close to the base of the wire, probably fold the wire over so that the little petals don't fall off. And I'm going to go ahead and do that before I begin gluing them on. Okay, so I've gone ahead and trimmed the little buds off of the flower, the main flower, as you can see, just with some regular scissors. But what I've noticed is these little leaves are still wanting to come off of the wire. So I'm going to hot glue those into place. Okay, so what I did is I glued both leaves still laced onto the wire, and then because the wire was kind of moving around a little bit, I went ahead and hot glued the wire down. Hot glue web everywhere. Okay, so I've glued the little leaves on each. This one's glued to the table. To each bud, and now I'm going to start adding them to my basket. Now it's really up to you where you would want to add extra things like this. It's not, there's no rule obviously, and I'm making this up as I go too. So what I think I'm going to do is kind of tuck them under the flower, the large flower, and I'm just going to do them all the way around in a U shape and stop right up here where the basket opening is. So I'm going to do that and we'll see how it looks. Okay, so I glued the first flower, and as you can see I kind of angled it out so that it would be seen better, and I was selective with where I wanted the little green leaves to sit when I glued it down. But that's what the first one looks like, and I think that looks pretty good, so I'm going to do that for all the other ones. Okay, so we're almost done with our basket. I'm going to add one final touch. I just took some of the same little ribbon, the little maroon ribbon, and tied a little bow. And I am going to hot glue that right above the leaf at the top. So I'm going to do that and then show you what the basket will look like. Okay, so we are done with our basket, and this is the final product. I let the ribbon be a little longer than the basket since they'll be carrying it. It's not going to be sitting anywhere like this. So I think that that'll look really cute, and this was an easy thing to do. Anybody can do it. It cost me less than $10 per basket. I'll think about it and then I'll tell you how much it was. Really simple, and it's kind of fun, something fun to do instead of going out and buying a really expensive basket that's going to be used once and then, you know, put in a closet or whatever. So that's how I made my basket. And let me think about how much it cost, and then I'll tell you. Okay, so I thought about it, and I spent about $8 to make this basket. The basket itself was $3, which if you go after Easter, you could probably get one a whole lot cheaper than that on sale for Easter baskets. And then I bought like the whole spool of all the ribbon except for this base ribbon. So that was probably a little more expensive. If you got it cut, it probably would have been cheaper. But total $8, 50 cents for these, 50 cents for this flower, $2 for a spool of this, $2 for a spool of the lace, and then it was $1 for, yeah, it was $1 for, well, I got two of them because I have two flower girls, so it's 50 cents for this one, so it's actually $7.50. You need a flower girl for your wedding? We take cash, check, and credit card.
I'm out.
You're out of flowers? So I think that looks pretty good, huh? Even with you as a flower girl. Put it down so I can see it. Very cute. Good job, Parker.